What's going on, fellow visionaries? Gerald Lacey II, live in effect in Miami for another vision session. Today is an especially extraordinary day because I'm honored to have a true legend, a true visionary, a businessman, an entrepreneur, the builder of a for lack of a better word, multi-level conglomerate. And I just want to say thank you for coming to do this interview. This is Eugene Big U Henley.
Real good to see you. But I do want to clarify something. You being the second is that same as the junior because I'm Eugene Henley Jr. So I can say the second too.
You could be the second. They just chose the second because my mom didn't really like junior. So she was like, yeah, the second. But I'm really glad though because he gave me that.
Right. Okay. I mean, I feel you because it's junior or second, but I ended up with the junior. So I'm gonna have to contemplate that overnight. Decided
the second.
So how do you write the second? Do you spell it out?
No, but you could put the second. That'd be a lot. But I just put it's basically either the lowercase L, but it's really the I.
Okay. So the second. Because if it was in Japanese, you'd have to do a swerve or something like that.
Look, it'd be an honor to have you into the second space over here. You know what I mean?
Be a second, not a junior. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but a second.
No, what it really is though, it's like the second coming of a great man, right?
Right.
You're not really the junior of anyone. You're the second coming, and you actually improve even on what he gave. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Took his vision and skyrocketed.
Got you. I was telling my sons that, but I didn't name him after
third.
Neither one of them was named after. I mean, not directly. Like they got my middle name, associate name, but they're not. It's not a Eugene Henley III. It stops right there because I don't really do threes.
You just wasn't gonna do that. So you can switch it because I don't know what that would be if you went second, but you didn't go third.
Right.
We got to figure out a word for that then, because it can't be. So
it can be mishap number.
It's okay.
Skip right over that. You know what I mean? So it just had to stop right there.
Just be me all over again. Yeah, do what you do.
Yeah.
Actually, you could just go back to. You could really give him, if it's the third, you can give him the original because he should be 3 times better. I'm just saying.
It's just a number. I can go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. What if you came out with
the 1, 2,
the third would have been.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
There's limitations to certain things. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Didn't even put that stress on him or something.
It wouldn't have been. Yeah, it could have been. Bad for his destiny.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah. So anyway, the whole idea of us collaborating in this conversation is just to really shed some light on some of the amazing business ventures that you've been doing over the years. And we've had lots of discussions, and I've been made aware of. You're in a lot of industries. You're in technology, fashion. You successfully created a nonprofit. You know what I'm saying, that is doing amazing things in the community. I know that there's multiple tech ventures actually. I believe the CBD, the cannabis, the supplement. There's so many different things, and I'm not really sure if people know. So maybe you could give us a little bit of insight to your business thought process.
Well, really, man, to be honest with you, it's about a team. Because you can have a concept, but you don't have like that team to put together. So like with me, I always had a lot of ideas when I was coming out of prison and things I wanted to do that I wrote out. But actually being able to make some of those things come to fruition, you need a team. So I would say that I got better and stronger and more successful down the road as I got like people like Bear Claw, Joe, yourself, my wife, Kenya, Lee, and Nicole. They helped me actually make things happen. So I would really honestly be remiss if I was to just talk about the things I was able to do, because I think what I was able to do and what I am still doing right now is actually just surrounding myself around people who have the like mind and like ideas and like concept. And really it's like now I kind of see myself as a tool to get things happen, make things happen in the right right way instead of being the one actually, deviating it. We actually discussed about certain things that we want to go into.
Collaboration.
Yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Well, no, not more than collaboration. We do collaborate with people, but it's more of like we sitting down with Doe and Doe saying, look, yeah, that's a good idea. Or we talking to you. We call you 3, 4 in the morning about different ideas. And then a lot of stuff, and I would like people to understand is that I may have gotten into something at one point and something else came in that was more pertinent at the time, and we started moving on that. Then we circle back to that thing, and that's something that people need to understand. It might not have worked at that time. At that time, yeah, we circle back to it, and now it's working. Like we got a podcast coming out real soon. We're checking in. We got a lot of stuff working in that tech world. Joe, and I said like having great people that you're associated with is really the key, because the people I'm associated with, like yourself and Doe, bring stuff to the table to make one idea be formidable or make one idea continue to grow to the next level. And it's really, I tell it all the time, it's about the team.
100% is like, I mean, and how your team actually operates, and having a level of camaraderie, knowing the difference between winning and losing and what it takes, you know what I'm saying, to be a winner, to be a champion. You know what I mean? Starting from the beginning, and I know you do a lot with the youth and the kids, and you teach this, from its most embryo stages, and utilize it into your business world, into your family life. And I just think for our fellow visionaries and the people that have big dreams, that they have to understand that camaraderie is crucial.
Yeah.
How you operate.
Yes.
How do you attack your goals? How hard are you willing to go for it? Are you up at 3 o'clock in the morning? You know what I'm saying? Or available for the call? Or do you miss the call?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you have to be up at 3 in the morning, are you back up at 5 to get your workout in, and to make sure that you're on point for the East Coast at 6 when they open that up?
And that's the key. Well, you kids can tell.
I'm just saying.
I used to always talk to you when I talk to young people, when I talk to my athletes, and I let them know that in California we are actually set back by 3 hours for the rest of the world. And then in New York, if they go on and try to deal on European time or Chinese, Japanese time, Asian time, they set back by 8 hours. So we really don't get up to the rest of the movie world, the business world has already been up for 8 hours. Go on. Yeah. So if we getting up thinking 8 o'clock is time to go to work, we're really 8 hours behind the rest of the world. So I used to formulate, and I still work on that. I work on that mindset and that concept. Sometimes when I'm dealing with China or with stuff we got, imports we got coming in, I wait and don't go to sleep. I know I got to be up at 3 in the morning just to be emailing them or WhatsApping them or whatever have you to get these things, these products that we're trying to get done. And it's a work of love or love, or however you want to say it, but I enjoy it. And it's got to be something that you enjoy. It's got to be, when you talk about being a visionary, it got to be something that you like doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can walk into a room and I can see where somebody put a picture up or something, but what I see is different than what everybody else sees. Yeah. I can see somebody roll up on me on a bike on some wheels, and I'm like, shit, wait a minute. That doesn't discourage me that he created a bike with wheels. Now, what I'm looking at is, what can I do to improve the wheel? Or what can I do to improve this bike? You know what I mean? So I don't look at it as a setback, or I hear somebody that may have the same idea like that. That doesn't stop me. That only says, okay, well,
you're in the right path.
I'm in the right path. Okay, he there before I got there, but then let me figure out what I'm gonna do off of that.
And it's market share at that point, right? It's just about branding and market share. There's no monopoly on any particular product whatsoever. You made socks. People been making socks. Everybody got socks. Yeah. McGregor, Nike, Avia, LSA. Yeah, I mean, who don't got socks?
Yes, sir.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, but now what you've done is you came to the socks game.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the sock game is big, right? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that got feet got feet. You know what I'm saying? So usually they got 2 pair of them joints. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's market share. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy. It's crazy because when you talk about the sock business, I make a pair of socks at about $1.25, $1.75. I can go out and sell those socks anywhere from $6 to $35. You know what I mean? For a pair of socks. people who get rich in a certain field work in that field first, and then find a way to become successful off of what wasn't being done or offered when they were in that field working.
Solution seekers.
Yes. And so I see that, and then I see where I wanted to create something to where if I can get 10 businesses that's making $10,000 or $1,000 a month profit after everybody's paid, now that builds my portfolio. If I got 10 businesses, that's $10,000 and $1,000 a month per business. You know what I mean? Coming in, I can go get a loan on $10,000 a month once I can show what comes in to do whatever my bigger vision may be. You know what I mean? So it's really about just constantly building staples, you know what I mean, that will bring in income while looking
while finding your passions too at the end of the day, because a lot of times we like a lot of things, right? It's like a lot of things that we kind of want to get into. We have certain things that we know that we believe in more than other things because it's closer to us. But then when you're in the business space, it's like, what is your business passion? Like, what do you want to? What's going to make you burn the candle at both ends and do all the things that it takes, you know what I mean, to be a multi-millionaire? You know what I mean? So it's like, if you never try things, you're never going to know. You don't know what the pitfalls are. Right. You don't know how much it's going to really cost you. You know what I mean? You're not in it, so you're just not going to know. You know, so I said that's one of the reasons I was really excited to do this, because a lot of people don't really understand what it takes to make it. They don't really understand like what goes into it.
No, they don't. No, they don't. And I think that's why it's pertinent what you're doing is for young people, not more for older people, right? But for young people to understand. Like this bag right here. This bag is a collaboration between me and Sprayground. And these are some of the people that we deal with. At Sprayground, they came to me and they wanted to do a deal with certain artists, and I said, no, I have an idea that will work bigger and it might reach more people. And so at the time, that's when Nipsey was still living. And so they wanted to do a deal with him. I'm like, no, we're going to do a deal with Crenshaw. Just Crenshaw. You know what I mean? And they didn't really get it at first, but they got it. So they took a chance in believing in me, telling them the word Crenshaw is the brand. And they made it. And now this bag is one of the top selling bags in their whole brand. But so what you see me in doing this, it was a collaboration, me partnering up with them to bring a brand to them that they can sell. So it's important for people to understand on how to partner. I think when I'm in music, when I do in music, I'm rebirthing Unique Music, the label. So now we're creating and we're creating a distribution format for our music label. You know what I mean? And so that was going to do it. So the model was going to be the same as far as assigning artists, but we're actually creating a model where people can put their own music up and sell the music in volumes. So now we're looking at having 1,000 artists selling music consistently, and we're taking a very small portion of it and just creating this platform that people can go and put their music out. So that's another thing that we're going to negotiate with each artist based on what they already have in play. If you have a lot in play, we'll negotiate further down. If you do not have a lot in play, we'll negotiate further up, because now we're taking a chance. And that's just business. And that's kids understanding there's no bad contract. It's just the deal that you make for yourself.
Right.
If you see yourself in the future, like, you'll give up a lot in the beginning because you know you're going to be in the future. Like, if you think you're bigger than you really are, you'll never have a deal.
True.
Because I had to prove myself with this bag. That's the reason why I said it, because I had to prove to them, because they were going to put the money up to make the bag. I wanted to put the money up to make the bag, but then they was like, no, we'll make the bag, but they wanted a bigger portion of the bag because they were putting all the money up and taking a chance. So when I told them, okay, that's cool, but I believe so much in this bag, I'll put the money up. And they was like, no, we'll do it. So they kind of believed in it, but when it came out, it didn't stay on the shelf not even a week. The minute it came out, the minute they put it on Instagram, they put not one bit of promotion behind it. They made about 2,500 bags. We sold the bags at 2 times the price that they offer their own bags. Their bags usually run around $85 to $100. We sold this bag at $340. Some of them $800, right? But so it only showed them the value on it and how the name continues to grow. So now I was able to go in, renegotiate a deal for the Crenshaw properties going forward in this bag form, and they love it. Everybody's happy. You know what I mean? So it's really about, and I tell kids all the time, if you keep wobbling over a deal or not putting out your product or holding this tight to the vest, you're never going to get to the level you're supposed to get in. Just go in and negotiate the best deal that you know in your head. Because if you don't know what the best deal for you is, you might want to hire an attorney to help you in that aspect. But if you can look at other deals that happen around you, you'll know what it is that you need to be asking for. And so that's really the next step and the turning point in evolution for people who want to be visionaries. You know, having that vision of what you see for yourself. You know, we got a documentary coming out. Nicki Minaj in the documentary, the sister Deb is talking about how Nicki Minaj was giving her mother 1%, and 1% of her contract, her publishing in her I can't remember what it was, but she said, I said, damn, that was cheap. And then she said, Nicki Minaj said, do you know how valuable I'm gonna be? She knew what her vision was.
About 10 minutes away.
So she knew 1% of what she would be worth millions, multi-millions, and it is to this day. So I think a lot of people hurt themselves by not making deals with trying to look for the best deal, out the park home run deal, and you end up not making a deal at all.
Yeah, no, for sure. That oatmeal is better than no meal at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, no, I love oatmeal. I eat oatmeal every single day. But
I'm gonna steal that, dog. I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Oatmeal is better than no meal.
They gave him another saying. Now he just slap five. Now they
slap five. Hey, but listen though. Now watch this. I'm gonna buy a T-shirt at about $2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna print oatmeal is better than no meal on it at about 59 cents. Then I'm gonna sell a shirt for $30 online.
That's what I'm saying. Listen.
Hello.
It can happen at any time, at any moment. And you have to continuously keep your mind moving towards progress and proliferation. And now is the time more than any time, because there's so much opportunity out there. And right now is the time to turn your passions into plans and your plans into actions, visionaries. Now is the time. Like, do not procrastinate, do not wait. Start training yourself to have healthy habits towards profit and towards financial independence. And it's like, we are from the Crenshaw district, right? We came up against all odds, so to speak, having to go through different levels of things, and our experiences, you know what I mean, are different, you know what I mean, but similar, right? Because this is the same, you know, the same neighborhood.
We got the same experiences,
yeah,
same challenges. You just took advantage of yours to go get a better education, where at the time it really wasn't a vision of ours. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have nobody who had ever been to college and had a chance to go, so that wasn't even a question. You know what I mean? But we also got the same power around the world when we got there, because we're from Crenshaw.
Yeah, no, the power is real.
We got the same power.
The power is real. Globally, the power is real. The power is real in Africa. The power is real in London. The power is real in Germany. Yeah, it's like it's 100. But I really, like I said, I really wanted to do this and focus on, you know, your conglomerates, and like I see your vision. You know, I'm blessed to be, you know, a part of your vision and close enough to see. And I just think that, you know, more people should pay attention, you know, to you as a businessman, as a conglomerate, as a brand. One, you're a multi-million-dollar brand. Big U brand is a multi-million-dollar brand in itself. And then all of the brands that you're creating have such huge upside, right? You know what I mean? That, I mean, even from an investment perspective, like, you're a great investment. Like, we really need, well, we'll finish talking about this, but we need to put together this $250 million fund, you know what I mean, based on the conglomerate that's Big U, right? Because you got to figure, we're talking about music. $250 million is not a lot of money when you talk about music, fashion, film, technology, cannabis, and its derivative, CBD, and then the other long list of things that you have properly set up, you know what I'm saying? And already set up to give back. So it's like, I'm looking at you right now. I mean, we're brothers and all, but I'm looking at you as the best bet in the visionary space. If you're thinking from a lower middle market perspective, like we really need to get some financials together and see what's going on, because this is 100. I mean, pardon my language. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. Now we're getting ready to pull up to a location. You know, is there any last word that you want to leave to the youth and to our fellow visionaries around the world?
I want to say that the nonprofit I started is called Developing Options, which is key and cousin to the word visionary. It's about really striving and having an idea. And when you see that idea, make it happen. You know, a thought can become matter if you slow the thought down to a terrific speed and make that happen. Don't be discouraged about any time you're doing anything positive. Don't let nobody ever knock you off of the positive path. If you robbing banks, stealing and all that shit, yeah, be discouraged when somebody tell you something different. But if it's positive and you're not hurting nobody, build it. Build it. Believe in it. Make it happen. And if you have to put it down for a period, that opportunity will come right back to you. Because it's happened to me more than one time. And I've seen my visions come through. I've seen the things I want to have to come through. And really just fight for it. Be a visionary, man.
Listen, we appreciate you, Eugene, Big U Henley the second. Yeah, we're gonna sign off, Visionaries, and take heed to this. Play this over and over. There's some jewels. There's some nuggets in there. You know, pay attention. You can follow me at the Visionary Path. You can follow me at Mr. Business Consultant. We have YouTube channels. We have podcasts. We have everything. Oh, tell them where they can follow you at.
At Big U1, BIGU1, everywhere.
Hey, listen, 5 minutes away, guys. Yes, hey, look, that's our cue. We checking in, Crenshaw District, Visionary, Domac in the building, you know what I'm saying?
The bag ain't cheap, baby.
At all.
And it's real leather.
Rich Taste collab.
Podcast, every podcast is so somebody else gets slapped.
Like that shit, they had that slapping contest in at Tinker Club in what was we got, Detroit?
Yeah, tell him to kick his legs down. Just
put your leg down.
Every podcast is show somebody.
You can't be seen. Haven't you got that yet? I can't be seen either. I'm over here in the corner. You get in your corner.
I got a corner. I'm hiding back here. Squares out the way.
All right, cool. Right.